Hi, welcome to episode 117 of the PassionKnit Spinner podcast. My name is Tracy. You can find me as Schnüffeltier on Ravelry and Instagram. There's a Ravelry group for the podcast. Please come over, join. Thank you so much for being here. 2018 is over. Thank goodness. I'm glad. It's my first podcast for the new year. And I'm very hopeful for this year. Let's keep it like that. Okay, for what I'm wearing a sweater called the Cable and Cow Pullover. The pattern is by Matthew Nagy, or Nagy. I don't know how to say it, but he kind of disappeared. You cannot get his patterns anymore, and I have absolutely no idea what happened. But I love this sweater, so I decided to wear it. It is knit out of Donegal tweed yarn that I bought in Donegal, actually, at the mill in Kilcar. It has a nice cable pattern on the front and the sleeves. The back is seat stitch. It was knit in one piece, starting at the bottom, going over the shoulders and back down, and then seamed here. But like I said, you can't get the pattern anymore, and I have absolutely no idea why. So, okay, knitting in the past. I finished the Kobo Cat. I told you that I wasn't happy with it because it was so big on me, and I loved the color, I loved knitting it, I loved everything about it, but I gave it away because it was just too big. I put up some pictures on my Instagram, and I didn't like the way it turned out. But a friend of mine loved the way it turned out, and she has tons of hair, so she needs a bigger hat than I do because I have close to no hair. So I gave it to her. She loves it. It's hers now. I cannot show it to you because it's gone. Knitting in the present. I have 2 new things and 1 old thing. I wanted to finish the So-Day cardigan for my birthday. That's in 15 days. So that is not going to happen. Because I don't want to knit at all. I completely lost my knitting mojo. I haven't been knitting a lot since Christmas, really. And it's starting to get on my nerves. But I did knit a little bit. I knit a little bit on the Ingalls sweater by Caitlin Hunter because, and I have it in here, this is my little stand for my e-reader that you can, it goes very hard, but you can, make a stand. And so I have it in here, and I've been knitting on this a bit while I was reading, but not a lot, just a tiny bit. No, how does this work? Here. So here it is. The Ingalls by Caitlin Hunter. I'm using Wollmeise DK in the Grand Mère colorway. I knit maybe an inch or so. I didn't really knit a lot, but yeah, it's still going. And it's perfect for reading because it's just stocking it in around with no shaping whatsoever. The yarn is wonderful. I love Wollmeise DK. It's the first time I'm using it, and I'm absolutely in love with it. So I want to make lots of things with this. And I'm using Die Crafts needles, which are my absolute favorite needle. So this is just a match made in heaven, really. And I just enjoy working on this. So I'm losing stitches. I'm going to continue working on this while I read. Yeah. It's in a Mad Bird bag that I had for a very long time. And there's nothing else to say about it, really. It's been on my needles for a while. You've seen it lots of times. So let's go to the new things. Yesterday evening, I decided I wanted to knit something that will bring my mojo back. And I thought if I knit something that's quick and I can use later myself, instead of the Kobo Cat that I had to give away, my mojo will come back. So I had 2 skeins of this yarn. I hand wound them because it wasn't really worth it putting my yarn winder into action. It is Austermann Merino Softy. It's a super chunky yarn that's merino and a little bit of polyamide. It has 53 meters for 50 grams. So it is really, really chunky. And like I said, I had 2 skeins. So what I did, I cast on 66 stitches because I like the number. And just doing stockinette, no border or edge, just stockinette stitch, and I'm already on the second skein since here, so there's not a lot to do. I changed skeins here, so I'm, you know, halfway through the second skein, and it's just going to be a cowl, nice and warm and an easy and quick knit. I'm knitting this on 10mm needles. That's a US 15. I should have used the 12mm needle in hindsight, because this is not as lofty as I wanted it to be, or, you know, airy, but it's still soft enough. So I'm gonna keep going. You know, it's half an hour of work left, and then it's going to be finished. So yeah, I started that yesterday. And the other thing that I started was in my Knitting in the Future segment last week, and this is the Palette Cleanser by Susanne Sommer. I have used my handspun yarn for it. This is what it looks like. I hope mine doesn't swoop out in the front like hers does, but yeah, I'll have to wait and see. It is knit inside out, so what you're seeing right now is actually the wrong side of the sweater. That's the bottom. And I have 2 sets of needles in here, and I'm using my skein from both ends. So it's a bit of a tangled mess, but this is what it looks like right now. I will not turn it inside out because it's tangled already. I am, like I said, using my handspun. So I had 2 skeins of this yarn in the middle, and I have 1 skein of the purple that I'm using right now. And that's why I'm knitting it from both ends, because I want to use up every last centimeter of this yarn. And after that, I'm going to use this green for the 3rd color. And I'm going to finish knitting this, and then I will go back and do the neckline and the bottom hem, and then use the rest for the sleeves. The sweater is super easy to knit, and I like the construction. It is knit from the middle out. So you start here, then you knit until here, and just, you know, do a bunch of decreases. You join in the round fairly quickly, and yeah, it's fun. It's a fun knit, and I have already picked out yarn for a second version because I think I'm going to love this one a lot with my polyburn skirts. So I'm going to do a second one, and it's not as short as it looks right now. It does curl in quite a bit, so it is, you know, a lot longer. And also I'm going to knit a hem at the bottom. So yeah, it is the Palette Cleanser by Susanne Sommer. I'm knitting it on 4.5mm needles. One is a Dyed Craft, the other one is a Knit Picks Sunstruck. And, you know, having both of them in my hands on the regular, I can really tell the difference. And I love my Dyed Crafts. Would I get them now? Probably not, because they went up in price and they are really, really expensive. They were expensive when I bought them, but now they are just excruciatingly expensive. So those are my things for knitting in the present, and that's all I've been working on since Christmas, really. I just don't want to knit, and I don't know what's wrong with me, because I usually love to knit, but I just don't. So yeah, I hope this will bring my mojo back, but right now I actually doubt it, because it's weird. It's so weird. I still have plans, because I think, you know, I love knitting. It's not that I'm going to stop knitting. I'm just in a very deep slump. And I planned a bunch of projects, and I brought 2 of those. The first one is the Stack and Pop jacket. It is by Stephen West. And yeah, like always with Stephen West patterns, you know, it does look very over the top with his pictures, but there's a lot of other pictures up, and I actually like it. And I have decided on this color scheme here. I will not take it out. It's an olive green based colors, and these are all from my stash. They went together so well that I've decided to knit this for myself, because it's going to be a very stylish piece of clothing. And like I said before, I want to get a bit of a more stylish aesthetic with my clothes. So we will see how this works. And I just really like the colors because, you know, it's a nice olive green. And the other pattern I have put together here is the Retro Pullover by Nora Gone. It is a pattern that she designed for Barocco recently. It's just released like 2 months ago or so. It looks like this. And I'm of course doing it differently because I have not decided on 2 colors, but I think I have 5. So what she used as the ribbing color, the red. I'm going to do the ribbing and everything that's at the bottom of the sweater in this hand-dyed gray. And I have this full skein and a little bit. And I have this gray. I have 3 skeins of this golden yellow that I will use for the top. So that will go at the top of my sweater. And to go in the stripes, I have also a black. So I have 4 colors instead of 2. So this is the bottom. Then I have these 2 and the yellow for the stripes. And the yellow will be on top. I contemplated using the black for the bottom because it's the darkest color, but I don't have a lot of the black. So I don't have enough of it, basically. So yeah, I really want to knit this in these colors because I think this is also going to look great with my Hollyburn skirts. And I want to sew up a Hollyburn skirt in a light gray denim. And I think that this will make a wonderful, wonderful outfit. So I'm going to try to fit it all back in this project bag. It might be a bit overstuffed right now, but it's in. So yeah, that is the other thing I really want to start as soon as my mojo returns, which hopefully will be soon. So no knitting mojo means I have spinning. I finished something. Well, I didn't finish the whole thing. I finished the spinning of something. I spun up the second bobbin of the yellow that I showed last time. So these are the 2 bobbins that I just finished. And these will be plied with these 2 that I spun during Tour de Fleece. Come here. All right, so this is it. This is the yellow that I am going to ply together. And it will go into one project that I have planned with other fiber. All of the fiber for this project is hand dyed by my friend Barbara from from Eimrauschwolle, sorry. And this is the yellow. I have one, also it's going to just be a combo ply that's reddish. And I have a very bright, beautiful green where I had 3 braids that I'm doing a real combo spin with. So I have yellow, red, and green, and I think I'm going to do a lap blanket for myself with a chevron pattern. That's the plan right now, depending on how much yardage I have. Because I think that would be amazing, because I would use it a lot. Or I'm going to make a cardigan. But I think I would love to have it as a blanket. So yeah, next step, ply these together and have finally finished yarn to show. We will see. I'm spinning all of this fiber on my Louette S45, which I love. Now, lots of new stuff. First off, fiber from my friend Barbara from Eimrauschwolle, because I am spinning her stuff right now. We had knit club, she brought stuff, and I got stuff. I got these 3. They are a blend of merino, yak, and alpaca or something like that. I don't remember. They're really soft. They're really nice. And I am going to do a smallish combo spin because I have these 3 braids and I know I could do a 3-ply, but for a 3-ply I would have to spin it very thin and I don't really enjoy spinning thin. So I'm going to do a combo spin and make 1 yarn with them and then probably knit myself a vest of some sort. But yeah, that's the plan with these three braids of fiber. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. And so nice and soft. Then, talking of my friend Kunterbunte Wolle before, Sandra, I also got yarn from her. This is her label. And I got 3 skeins of yarn from her. Ooh, I almost dropped it in my glass of water. That was very close. Okay, now the yarn. I have these 3 skeins that I want to use in one project. No idea what. I mean, it's going to be a shawl for sure, but no idea which one. And I think these really look wonderful together. Yeah, it's going to happen. Some sort of shawl. If she had 2 of this, I would have gotten 2 of this and done a sweater with color work, but she didn't, so it's going to be a shawl instead, which is fine. Oh, now I have the yak fiber in my nose. Oh, this is so itchy. Okay. I also ordered something from someone else. Oh, this is not good. So, I ordered yarn from a German hand dyer. And I'm not sure how to say this. I like the yarn that I got, but it doesn't look like the pictures, in my opinion, at all. Because the pictures were way more vibrant, and the color I received looks almost a bit washed out compared to the pictures. One of them was actually, I didn't like it at all, and I gave it to my mom because she said she liked it the way it was. And I was expecting the colorway was called Olive Tree, and the picture had a nice olive green with a bit of like a beige with red speckles. And the actual yarn doesn't have olive green in it at all. It's more like a zombie green with, I just didn't like it. So I gave it to my mom. And the other yarns I kept because I do like them the way they are, but they just didn't look like they looked on my phone. And I do know that different displays show things differently, but that was just too much of a difference for me to say, okay, that's just my phone. So if you are a hand dyer of stuff, please don't work on your pictures, to make them look perfect, make them look real. That's what I'm going to say. So I'm going to show you what I got, because like I said, I do like those, but they just don't look like they did on my screen. So first off, I have 3 skeins of the Sandy colorway, and that is 100% merino, 400 meters, 100 grams. And I got 3 skeins because I thought this would be a great, just, throw on cardigan for summer over a dress or just with a t-shirt and jeans. And yeah, this is the color. I like it. Like I said, I do like all of these. They just look different than they did when I bought them. So yeah, this is going to be a cardigan. Absolutely, for sure. Because I think, like I said, great to just throw on over jeans and t-shirt or a summer dress. Boom. Then I got 3 skeins of the colorway Daydream. That's a super soft sock yarn. And it is 400 meters, again, 100 grams, and it's a 75-25. And this is the colors. It's a lavender with yellow and orange speckles and a bit of turquoise in it. Really pretty. Just lighter than expected. And the last one's my favorite. That's called Painted Victorian Rose. I got 4 skeins of this. It's an 80-20 of, again, 400 meters, 100 grams. So it's all fingering weight that I got. And this is the color. And again, I expected this to be a tad bit darker, but I still like it. I think this is a shade of pink that I can wear without looking like I'm dead. But yeah, this will become a cardigan with a bit of pattern, I think. Maybe a light, a little bit of a cable pattern or lace. I have no idea, but another cardigan, I think. What do you think? I like this. I'm very happy with it. I mean, I am happy with it, but not, you know, this is just, it's, I ordered stuff. I was so excited about it. I got it and I opened it up and I was like, that's not really what I expected. So, and that way it's not good, but I do like it enough to keep it. So I guess it's good. What do you do when you receive yarn that just isn't what you expected? What do you do? I contacted the dyer and the response I got was, well, different displays, I do my best, just send it back. Okay, thanks. That's, yeah. Yeah, I like the colors, like I said, not super happy with it. But I'm super happy with the next thing I'm going to show you. I got my swap parcel from